Welcome to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host, Kevin Uncanny Anytime. We have a great topic for you guys today. Definitely want to always come with some really thought-provoking information on this channel, and we'll be very soon coming along with some playlists to where we can dive into some other topics, but what I like to do is dive into certain real life things that are occurring, or just isolating maybe a particular idea and really talking about it and breaking it down and figuring out what it means, right? So one of the things that I was thinking about today was something that I had mentioned a few days ago, and that is cleaning up our feed, right? And this is definitely a mindset topic, simply because we can easily go into a realm of scarcity or fear of maybe offending someone or not being liked, or whatever the case may be, right? So a lot of different things that can go through a person's mind in that particular area. But what do I even mean by that? What do I mean by cleaning up your feed? What does that mean? Deleting a bunch of posts, or what is it about? What is it about, right? So my thing is, what are you trying to invite into your world? So let's say you're the king over the world, right? You're the designer of this personal universe that you have, and you have the ability to allow certain things into it, and you have the ability to place certain things into it too. But let's talk about how every human being has their own universe to govern. Or if we go into the superhero aspect of it, right, we'll talk about how every superhero is saving their particular city, right? So you're trying to get all the bad guys out of there. But that is what we're looking for here. Now, the sad reality is that there are people who don't have your best interest at heart. And some of that is hard to actually identify, because even from a biblical standpoint, they say that the Satan transforms himself into an angel of light to misdirect you. Yeah, right. He knows scriptures, he knows different things, and he twists the meaning of it, right? Or he uses it in a time frame that makes it appear that he's for God, right? Well, here's the deal with that. That's a part of cleaning up your feed. So sometimes, depending on what your personal goal is for your personal universe, sometimes with everybody else projecting out for their universes and being advocates for their universe, they are trying to push a particular agenda. And now, if you have invited this person, right, by following them, or you guys shared and exchanged, you guys follow for follow, and you've invited them into your universe, now they're allowed to share their ideas. They're allowed to project their information and their feelings that they have inside of themselves. And now that's one of the most miraculous and one of the greatest mysteries of life, is that we will never know what's truly going on inside of someone's head, whether they are really, really greedy, or if they're really, really upset and heartless, or angry at their own life and the way that their living experience went. And so they want to take it out on everybody, or they want to take advantage of everybody. You really can't tell that if they decide to mask and project out this falsified way of living, right? By projecting a false identity of what they're doing as far as what their beliefs are and what they believe in, right? So you really have to be really, really careful at sometimes, but sometimes you don't have to be really, really careful, right? Sometimes there are people on there and they just literally spew out just negative stuff, and you're like, what is going on? Or they spew out completely terrible information all the time, because that's what they're paying attention to, right? So those are easier to identify. Those are easier to point out and be like, you know what? I'm good on this. I'm good on this. But sometimes it is still difficult, because we may know, quote unquote, we may know this person, and we may be trying to give them an opportunity as far as, oh, well, maybe they just need help and this, that, and the other. And I totally understand that. That's totally understandable. We're not, but here's the deal. Here's the deal, right? The deal is that, is it affecting you? Are you choosing to allow it to affect you? Now, we're all easily influenced. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Anybody that says they're not, they truly don't know themselves. They haven't dove deep enough into themselves to know this, because we're highly impressionable, guys. We all have everything that we talk about, all the things that we do, the way that we dress, all of that has been influenced from our birth, from birth. So we're all, that's how we identify with things. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we walk around. That's how we choose what we like everything, all of that stuff, right? So keeping that in mind and really, really understanding it, because this is something that I'm contemplating right now, because there's a few things on my feed now where I initially decided to befriend these individuals, and now the content is very questionable. It's like, why are we choosing to go on this path, or why are we choosing to say this particular thing, or why are we presenting ourselves in a particular manner, right? And also that has to deal with our own things that we want to work on, right? Now, there's a difference between, okay, look, this person is continuously trying to entice me. This person is continuously trying to tempt me with what they're doing or what they're saying or how they're dressing, right? That's the thing. That's really the thing, because you don't know what they're thinking in their head as far as what their intentions and what their objective is. The only thing you know is what you're able to deal with, the struggles that you're dealing with, the stuff that you personally think about and you know that you want to work on, right? So say, for instance, because this is a very, very easy one to go into. Say, for instance, an individual such as myself is dealing with maybe a struggle with pornography, right? Not saying that I'm actually struggling with that, but saying that that is something that I am clearly trying to stay away from, like at all costs, trying to remove that as much as possible out of my paradigm, right? Yet I'm following a few people who decide to purposefully, now I'm not going to say that, I'm a tread lightly on this, because there are certain things that go into this, but there's a way that I'm going to explain why it is very important to pay attention to the way that it's displayed, right? Okay, so say for instance, I'm following a few women, and now on one end you have because this is very, very common, guys. This is very, very common. This has nothing to do with anything. I'm just sharing these examples, right? So say, for instance, on one hand, you have somebody who is showcasing that they are getting themselves together as far as fitness is concerned. They're working out. They're doing great. And they're showcasing that. That's a part of them building their business, right? However, and in those cases, there are certain ways that you're going to dress. That's just how it goes, right? And with the way that the world is molding how, hey, these are great. Is it really because of the athletic ability that the clothing gives you, or is it because it creates a particular display for you, right? That's just something to think about. And it's not to condemn anyone that is actually going in this particular journey and that are wearing particular things. It's to simply think about, okay, well, what am I really here for? What am I really doing? Why am I really working out in these particular outfits? Because what I've noticed about myself is, yeah, there are multiple times where I want to be seen, right? Like this basketball video I just made the other day. It's like that was purposefully made because I wanted to showcase, one, my editing skills, two, that I was working out, and three, that I love basketball. So yes, did I want to be seen? And was that the idea that I was putting out there? Absolutely. Is that here's what I'm doing with my day. Let me showcase that in a really cool way and edit it down to where I think it's going to be a very cool display, right? Not to make anybody feel bad or not to make myself look very seductive and provocative either. So those are different intentional things you want to think about, right? So when I posted that, it was just, hey, I'm doing the best I can to get to work now. These are the type of workouts that I'm doing. This is the type of stuff that I do throughout my day. I play basketball. I do these particular workouts. And then I also edited it to the music that I like. And then I showed that I was meditating at the end, because that is a part of what I do. Right. So that's what may be happening with the workout, right? It's just, they can be showcasing, hey, this is what I do, this is what's going on, this is what I'm doing on a daily basis, and it has nothing to do with, hey, I want you to look at my body. If that is the case and you're trying to show, hey, I put major progress in this particular area, that again is a particular intention that is not geared upon, hey, I'm looking for you to look at me in a lustful way. That is what truly changes the game. That's what really changes the game. So now I'm going to get off of the workout, right? So let's hop off of the workout person. And now let's hop on the person that's just simply maybe building a business or something like that. And they continuously are purposefully showing a lot of maybe cleavage, or they are showing themselves in a provocative manner and showcasing themselves in a way that is very seductive and may want to entice someone to follow them just based off of how they look. That's a totally different story. That's a totally different intention. If you're just trying to gain a following because you're like, well, hey, I know how I look, and I know that people are going to follow me because I look a particular type of way, and it's a non-care of, hey, I don't care if they are having issues or whatever the case may be, and I'm going to be this just, show it all out there type of an individual, because if they want to follow me because of that, that's their own problem, right? And that's where we get into these murky waters where it's like, okay, what is really going on here? I understand that we need financials to support ourselves. I understand that. And there's a particular way of building your influence. But what are you really trying to say? What are you really trying to stand for? Like, what is the purpose of that? Is it because it's like, oh, well, it's not my problem. They don't have to look at me like that, and this, that, and the other. It's like, here's the deal, here's facts, right? Facts is that there are men in the world, there are women in the world. When it comes to men and women, more often than not, men have an issue controlling themselves. So does that mean, let's twist it. If you have a drug addict, does that mean you're going to sit there and be like, hey, I'm going to do drugs in front of you, and if you can't handle that, then that's your problem? What is that about, man? What is that about? That's not, for me, in my personal perception, that is not a loving way, and it's not a very intentional way of, a good intentional way of thinking, because that's one of the issues that we do need to work on 100% as men out here. That is one of the things that we need to work on. So how can women support that? That is what most guys are looking for, because no, they can't control themselves. That's part of the problem, and that's what's going on, and that's part of the discipline that we all have to work on. But every single human being on earth has something that they need to work on discipline wise. So if we're looking to be supportive toward one another, these are things that you would want to think about. So that's what I'm talking about. So now we're going to circle all the way back to what we're talking about, which is cleaning up the feed, right? So now with those things considered, and those are just outside opinions when it comes to this subject. But now let's talk about and bring this down to a personal level. Now, am I able to continuously look at these beautiful, provocative, seductive looking women? No, that's just simply not the case. I'm not going to be able to continuously look and be like, wow, she looks great, and allow those lustful desires to surface, because I am a male that likes females, and I know that those bring up feelings inside of me. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to look at it and that's not going to affect me. No, that's not what this is about. This is about cleaning up your personal universe as far as what you want to be visible. And man, there's great things. There's really great there's really incredible examples that I could put out there. Personal examples that I've seen where I've literally shown weakness in that area, and then the person decided to be supportive. That blew my mind. That completely blew my mind. I was like, this is what is needed. This is what is needed. The support of understanding, and not expecting someone, you should be stronger. You should be stronger than this. You should do this. You should be this. It's like, no. Everybody's at a different stage. And whatever stage you are at, you need to be honest with yourself and you have to clean it up. Okay? That whatever, if they notice that you stop following them or whatever, who cares, dude? I'm sorry. In that aspect, I'm gonna say who cares, because for you to be the best version of you, first you have to make sure that everything that you're doing, your habits, your thought processes, your affirmations, everything that you're doing is helping you to become a better person so that you can lead others in that particular field or wherever you're trying to do. If you're consistently being tempted, and it's mainly because you're allowing yourself to be tempted, that is to your own detriment. That is literally to your own detriment. So it's for us to really just be like, okay, hey, let me look at this. Can I take it or not? Honest assessment. Am I able to continuously look at this or not? If you're not, then you need to remove it from your view, because that you're allowing that type of information, that type of mindset, that type of way of living into your universe. Your universe is inside of you. There's an entire universe inside of you. And you have to dictate what you want to be in there. And now this is not to say that this is to say that it is a personal journey of working on yourself and ensuring that you're doing the best you can to control the things that you may be weak, the areas that you may be weak in. Plain and simple. It is a personal thing. It has nothing to do with the other individual. Because you don't know what's in their minds. You don't know what their intentions are. You don't know what's going on. So let's drop that all the way off. Let's drop that all the way off and just say, hey, am I able to handle this information? Plain and simple. Am I able to handle this information? Honestly, looking at myself. Okay. This person that keeps spewing out negative stuff all day, every day, is it influencing me? Is it really having a reaction out of me that I don't want? Do I find myself getting irritated all the time with this information? If that is the case, it is recommended to eliminate that information out of your view, because why continuously make yourself irritated? Because that's what you're doing. It's not the other person. You're literally allowing yourself to be, or to choose to be irritated. And it's like, you don't have to choose that. You don't have to choose that. You can literally choose, okay, I'm going to remove this from my view so that I no longer have to see it, so that I no longer allow myself to choose to be triggered. That is what we want to really, really, really focus on, y'all. So it's incredibly important. I did this, man, I talked about this on a previous video, and I really, really, really think it is incredibly important, because it's a part of all of the stuff that we need to do. The music we listen to, the TV shows we watch, the stuff that we're thinking, like every single thing. It is a mindset. It is a mindset, y'all. Really, really, really think about that. You want your mind to be set on good things. You want your mind to be set on productive and beneficial information. Okay? That, I'm just saying, I've seen the benefits. I've seen the different things. Am I perfect? No. But does it help you to really set your mind to greater things? Absolutely. It absolutely does. So really, really, really consider that, y'all. Okay. It's really, really, really important. I just explaining things that I did. I said I used to listen to rap music. I said I used to watch a whole, I mean, pornography was a daily thing for me. Well, I didn't see an issue with it. I used to do that. It's very, very minimal at this point in time, which I've been keeping a accountability calendar, which is why I'm able to speak to that, because I had to actually see how often these things were occurring. And so that always is going to be an area of opportunity for me, because I love the aesthetic of women. I love how women look, and I love that process. And that's just, it's out there for free to trip us up. Like, it just is. But it's up to us to literally control ourselves and to really make a decision and be like, yo, I don't want to see that type of content, simply because it's not beneficial for me. The long-term effects, even sometimes the short-term effects of certain decisions, of looking at certain stuff or listening to certain stuff, can be detrimental to the goal or wherever you're trying to go in your life. So it's incredibly important to pay attention to that stuff. Incredibly important to clean up your feed. All right. This is a topic that I haven't posted even when I was doing this stuff just weeks ago. This is not something that was literally the main topic, and now I'm like, hey, we got to go back. We got to go back to basics. That's one of the first things I did beginning on my awakening mindset journey, was I started to clean up the feed. All of the negative people that were saying ridiculous negative things, or pushing negative agendas, or sharing the news of all the bad information all the time, I was like, all right, this is going to feel a little weird, but I'm cutting you out. It's a wrap. You're getting out of here. I am out. Goodbye. And unfollow until my feed got really, really clean, to where now, if I'm feeling down within myself and I start scrolling up, I see beneficial information. I see positive, upbuilding information. For instance, let's just go on my, I'm not even showing it, but let's go on my explore page on my Instagram. What do we see? We see take the risk or lose the chance. Beneficial information. Effort is important, but knowing where to make an effort makes all the difference. Be a good person, right? Pure love. When you smile because of someone, it's a special feeling. But when you cry for someone, it's love. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no, I mean, I don't even know, because I've gotten rid of. See, but every so often there's a lot of, or not a lot, but there are things that will still trickle into your feed, because what I believe happens is they still throw little things up there to see if you're going to bite on it. And it's like, ooh, are you going to bite on this? Are you going to go back to your old self? Are you going to go back into watching negative stuff all the time? Because they want you to be pulled down to that lower self-esteem, that lower vibration. Your habits decide your future. Okay. The secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage, right? These are things that make you think about beneficial things. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud, right? Scriptures to help you to really think about, what am I trying to do? What is going on here, right? So really, really think about that. Most of the stuff that you see, because it's all programming, guys. It's all programming. It's all influential stuff that I'm telling you about. That's what I was talking about just moments ago. It's like, we're all easily influenced. And how do you want to be influenced? It's turning around in your favor. Look, do I want to hear that? Absolutely. Yes. Do I want to believe that? 100%. Yes, it's turning around in my favor. I just started a new business. yes, it is happening. I believe. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Your turn has come to tell your turnaround testimony, right? That's what we want to hear, y'all. That's what we want to hear. Not, oh, you're terrible, or this is terrible, or look at the Kardashians, or look at these boobies, or whatever the case may be, man. I'm saying, it's like, no, that's not what I'm looking at. That's not what I'm looking for. I am trying to get all of this beneficial stuff that will help me to continue to go on this mindset matters mission, y'all. All right. Mindset matters more than anything else. I cannot stress that enough. Okay. It matters more than trying to get a whole bunch of money, trying to hoard a whole bunch of money. It matters more than trying to do anything, y'all. You have to control your thinking. Okay, control your thinking, corral it, harness it, use it for your advantage. Do not allow it to run wild, because it will if you allow it to. All right. Okay, y'all, that was a lot of talking from me. All right. But I hope you guys really gained from what I was talking about. It's really just trying to help you to eliminate distractions, right? So that you can reach the goal that you're striving toward. Okay, that's really all this is about. It's not to do anything else besides that. I really, truly just want you to be able to do what you're designed to do while you're here, right? You have a purpose, and that is one of the main, that is the main mission of this company, y'all. Okay. Mindset Matters, helping the world find its purpose. All right, y'all. So, love you guys very, very much. Thank you for coming on here and sharing your energy with me. I really appreciate you listening in. Definitely, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, okay, check us out on Instagram as Mindset Matters. All right. I'm building out programs, so stay tuned for that. The Elements of Life, which is something that I had as a part of the academy, and we will be transferring that over to Mindset Matters. It is a spiritual program to help you to find your spiritual self, and to be connected to your innermost spirit. And then we will have the mindset program that we will add to that, which is going to be built as well. So look forward to that stuff, guys. It is coming soon. I am going to be relentlessly building that and making sure that we get that out to you guys, because I truly believe it will help you. There are some people who are actually going through the Elements of Life, and they really are enjoying the program, and I appreciate that. And so what we will do is keep moving forward, guys. We'll keep moving forward. We will focus on the good, and always remember, as I have already just said, mindset matters more than anything else. All right. Love you guys. Anytime.